Okay, so I'm going to do a little video here on replacing a hard drive and a laptop. Pretty simple. Can't get more straightforward than this. Laptop, you usually have a panel on the bottom. Some of the older Dells and some of the compacts, you had a couple screws on one of the sides here, and it'd be kind of like a little panel. It looked like it would slide out. You take those out and kind of pull it up and slide it out. Pretty much any new laptop, you're going to have a panel. You take off two screws and it, just lifts right off. I've already went ahead and done that for sake of speed there. And the hard drive is usually held in by two screws, sometimes four. This one, you got two there. Can't really see it too well in this video quality. And there's also this little tiny piece of tape there. Take the screws out and use that piece of tape or slider sometimes. How the drive will come out, it depends on the system. If if there's a little bit of room on each side of the drive, it'll usually slide where the room is at. You can slide it that way and then lift it out. In this case, it's tight all the way around, so it's going to lift straight out. And then I'm going to go ahead and take that out, and I'll show you the next part of it, which is getting the drive out of the drive caddy. I'd say I haven't seen a laptop drive that hasn't had it. Basically, all laptop drives have a drive caddy that it's kind of like a mounting bracket. Fancy way to say mounting bracket. So that's the drive with the drive caddy, which is just a piece of metal that usually goes around the drive. Important thing to note about these drive caddies is make sure that the circuit board side, this is almost always the case, the circuit board side of the hard drive goes against the rubberized surface of the drive caddy. And I cannot get a grip on this, so I'm going to use my shirt. I don't know why my shirt's showing up as blue, because it actually has stripes on it. There we go. And you could use some grippers on a screwdriver. Just loosen these up. Now, a lot of these screws are put in with Loctite on the threads. That way they don't back off so easily. Another thing that happens with these drives is, or I should say with the screws, since they're going to a hard drive, heats up, and the screws expand and contract with it, and it makes a really, really tight bond after a while. With these drive caddies, there's usually 4 screws on each side, 2 screws on each side, 4 total. So it's just a matter of undoing those. And that was a couple of CD drives you just heard there, if you wondering what that noise was. And the drive caddy just lifts off. In this case, you see it's kind of like this. You can't really see much on this thing, but it's just kind of a plastic film that's over the metal part of the drive caddy, and the circuit board was sitting on top of that. That prevents it from shorting out in the system. Now, most laptops will have some kind of weird adapter. Because if you look at this drive, you're going to see that little black thing sticking up right there. That's not part of the hard drive itself, it's just a little adapter. And if you use your grub hold of it and wiggle them a little bit, they'll come out. Because there's only really 2 standards for these things. It's either SATA or it's IDE. And SATA's going to have a little kind of slot, so to say. It's going to look like a normal SATA connector. And IDE, it's going to have a whole bunch of pins, and that's how you can tell the difference between the two. So there's the hard drive. Putting in a brand new hard drive, it's the same thing is taking it out, you just put that converter on there. If I can see it. This will go straight on. Put the drive in the drive caddy. And then close it up. Yeah, put all the screws in and whatnot. With some hard drives, they do not have drive caddies. Almost everyone I've seen does have a drive caddy, but I've seen, the specs and whatnot. Take apart manuals for some that don't, where basically the drive just slides into a slot or something like that. And also, if you're thinking of going through and adding a drive to a laptop that supports 2 drives, chances are they didn't give you the second drive caddy. So just so you are aware, if you go through and do any of that stuff, you come across it. For those laptops that don't have a drive caddy, you're going to know that you're going to need one, because you're going to look at it, you're going to see the connection, and the drive is basically going to float there or something like that. You do not want to run your system like that. It's going to cause issues for you. So, and putting in the drive back in with the drive caddy, there's usually like a alignment hole or something like that, or alignment pins. Just line them up, slide it in. Can't get much simpler than that. So, if you got any questions, feel free to visit the site. You see it right there, live.thenock.tv, and give us a shout. Let us know if you got anything you'd like to see us do. And until next time, I will see you later.